Thank you. We're on the home stretch now, and I'm just going to speak briefly, but I want to say what a privilege it is to be on the same program with Judge Cordell and Dorsey Nunn and the other speakers. So I also am going to challenge you, but challenge you in a different way. I'm Director of Youth Community Service, YCS, and it's a partnership of the communities of East Palo Alto and Palo Alto, and was formed 20 years ago by the school districts and the cities in order to bring those two communities closer together through youth service. But I want to challenge the way we think about being engaged in the community. This program is about making a difference and about transformation. And those of you who are here today and have been here the whole morning, getting close to lunchtime, are here to learn about how you can be part of that transformation and part of making that difference. At Youth Community Service, we work in schools from Los Altos to Redwood City, but primarily in Palo Alto and East Palo Alto. And I've got a short story to share with you about changes that we have seen in students in these communities. It's been a while since I was in high school, but most of what I'm going to say to you these are the words of high school students that we work with. So I'm channeling high school students. So don't look at me, think about the words. The first student who came to us was very sincere about wanting to help. He wanted to help others, he wanted to make a difference. And we suggested some projects and some agencies, and he went to work volunteering on a regular basis. A few months later, I checked in with him, and he said, "It's not working. I'm helping and helping the needy, but they don't appreciate everything I'm doing for them. Nothing changes. I thought I was strong, but I don't feel strong anymore. I'm just getting worn out, sacrificing my time. And for what?" So then the second student came to us at Youth Community Service and said, "I don't have much time, but I want to make a difference doing something specific. I see younger students who don't act right in school, and that's what I want to fix. That's what I want to fix." We connected him with the right people, and he went about volunteering. And then a few months later, I checked in with him, and he said, "It's not working. I'm fixing and fixing, but they're still messing up in school. I'm getting burned out, and for what?" The third student, this is starting to sound like the Three Little Pigs, right? The third student came to us at Youth Community Service and said, "I want to serve, I want to serve, I want to make a difference." We suggested some agencies to work with, and she went to work volunteering. A few months later, I checked in with her, and she greeted me with this great big smile. She looked downright glowing. She said, "I really love the people I'm serving. I learn from them more than they learn from me. I make mistakes, and they just laugh and we do it again. I'm so grateful for what they give me. The energy I get from serving them is helping me feel more connected in the rest of my life with my parents, my teachers, my friends. I got some of my friends now to serve with me so that they can feel as good as I do and learn what I'm learning. I'm changing my mind about where I want to apply to college and what I might do with my life." So at a YCS Fellows meeting, we talked about the difference in the experience of the three students. So very different. One student leader thought that the student who wanted to help was seeing himself as strong and those he was helping as weak. His intentions were good, but he was actually making them feel even more dependent, like they owed the student for what he was doing, and they didn't have a way of paying him back. And that sense of debt actually began to make everyone feel uncomfortable without knowing why. So he wanted to quit. Another YCS student fellow said she thought the student who wanted to fix was seeing those she was volunteering with as broken. He was so busy judging the younger students he thought needed fixing that he couldn't really connect with them. The student and those he wanted to fix could never really bridge this difference that grew between them. So he wanted to quit. Our YCS student fellows wanted to learn from what the third student was doing that was working so well. What was she doing right? Any ideas? Yeah.
Open mind.
Open mind. Good. Other ideas? She was both a learner and a teacher. Thank you. So all three students looked like they were volunteering. What they were doing from the outside looked the same. But what was going on the inside, because of the open mind, because of learning and teaching, was completely different. And the impact was very different as well because of what was happening on the inside. We decided she had approached service as an equal. Serving to her was being in relationship, being in friendship, first and foremost, and being a student as well as a teacher. That connection and the willingness to learn came first. When we serve like she did, we're a little bit vulnerable. We don't have all the answers. We're open to change that we can't control. As Judge Cordell said, we're putting ourselves at risk. That takes courage. But we're keeping it real, and we're putting ourselves on the line. That edge of vulnerability is where the magic of service and transformation can happen. That can really transform a community, and at the same time it can transform those who serve. But however well-intentioned, those who try to help or try to fix without really serving, not so much. Which one will you choose?